We finally got it. The rate cuts that we've been hoping, that we've been expecting for, guys, we finally got it. The Fed, Jerome Powell, announced that he will be cutting the interest rates, or the Fed will be cutting the interest rates by 25 basis points. And what did that do to the markets? Absolutely nothing. Well, if anything, it more or less tanked the markets. Prices aren't doing too well. I think Bitcoin's just hovering above 110K. Ethereum back down, I believe, below $4,000. And it's safe to say, guys, that this is probably the worst October that we have had in a really long time. Nonetheless, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the market. We're going to be covering Turbo because that's what we do here on this channel. We like to take a deep dive into either Turbo or Toshi every single day. And if you guys like that type of content, you are in the right place. My name is Ro. I talk about crypto every single day. I upload 2 to 3 videos per day, guys. And as of lately, I've only been doing a video a day, but that's honestly because there hasn't been too much to talk about. Now, I'm excited to get into today's video. If you are subscribed, hit the bell notification and like this video. Help me on my grind to 20,000 subscribers. And with that being said, family, let's get right into today's video. Now, right off the bat here, I kind of want to focus. You can see breaking news, Fed cuts rate by 25 basis points, and you see all the memes just flooding in, right? We are so effing back. And then you got like the plus 1% gains, plus 2% gains after an absolute bloodbath in the crypto markets, right? After being down 30%, I love it. We just celebrate, a cheeky 2% gain or a 3% gain, even though we didn't even get that. Just in, the Fed just announced that quantitative tightening will end on December 1st. Obviously, guys, this is very bullish for the crypto markets as a whole. So you guys can see here. Here's just a cheeky reply. Quantitative tightening, a monetary policy where the central bank, the Fed, pulls money out of the economy to cool down inflation. End of QT means markets get more liquidity and it's good for risk on assets. Couple that in with the fact that we possibly see another rate cut in November and hopefully in December. I know that Fed Powell, or Jerome Powell said that December, it's far from likely that it might happen. I think he announced that today. But again, still optimistic it could happen. Again, another rate cut means that more liquidity flowing into the economy. People are able to get loans at lower interest. And obviously, risk on assets are going to experience a inflow of volume due to that. Now, obviously, these are all macroeconomic factors that are contributing. And one thing that we are also waiting for is kind of the settlement between Donald Trump as well as President Chang from China. That is another catalyst that we are waiting to see, guys, in the market. As of right now, you can see fear and greed index kind of sitting around that 39 level. We were climbing our way back up into neutral territory. Not just about there yet. Bitcoin trading at 111K, Ethereum 3,900. Again, not the greatest. We obviously want to see it higher. I think just a couple days ago, overall crypto market cap was trading at about $3.9 trillion, almost back above that $4 trillion mark. And again, the start of this week was really optimistic. We were looking really good. Now we're back down. I think even Sunday, right? We were seeing Ethereum at like 4.2 almost. And now again, a little cheeky crash. But that's because honestly, everyone expected these rate cuts to come in. It was priced into it was already priced in. And one of the projects that I'm obviously very bullish on, but hasn't been performing too well as of late, guys, is Turbo. In the last month, down 30%. I can't emphasize this enough. In my honest opinion, I think that you are genuinely getting a discount of a price for this project. I don't know how long this discount will last. Am I personally adding to my bag? No, I'm not, because I have a really good size bag of Turbo that I've been accumulating since about 304, 303 range, guys. So again, still up almost 8 to 9x even on those plays, even those early buys. And that's what I want to emphasize here. It is all about your entry and your exit. Guys, the first ever crypto that I ever bought was XRP back in 2017 or 2018. Let me just show you guys a tweet that I made over here. In grade 12, I used my lunch money to buy my first ever crypto, and it was XRP. Everyone told me it was stupid. Everyone laughed when the market crashed. Everyone said crypto was dead. I remember trading Forex when I was 19 and seeing crypto hitting massive lows. Bitcoin under 5,000, Ethereum under 2,000. Even though I didn't have much to invest with at the time, I stayed curious and I stayed learning. 2 bull cycles later, I retired from my job in my early 20s. I bought the dream car that used to be my phone's wallpaper, and now I wake up every day knowing I bet on me and didn't give up. The moral of the story, guys, honestly, is that don't underestimate your small beginnings, don't underestimate the power of conviction, and don't underestimate yourself. This bull cycle is going to make so many more success stories. Just don't give up and bet on yourself. And obviously, this is my absolute gem of a vehicle over there, a beautiful machine. And honestly, I say that to say, guys, your entry and your exit matter into this crypto space. Okay, if you hold the literal best crypto that's out there, but you bought in at the wrong time, obviously you're going to think that project is terrible. If you are someone who is buying turbos over a penny, right? Yes, in hindsight, it is still a good entry because I do believe it's going to go higher than that. But if your entry at that time was during a penny and you're seeing the price of it right now, you're probably upset. You're probably thinking you didn't make the best decision. And honestly, a lot of that is because you guys were buying when there was buyer's confirmation out in the markets. If you guys are only buying when it feels good to buy, then you're obviously doing the wrong thing. That is a surefire way, guys, to know that you're going to get wrecked. Is if you have buyer's confirmation, if you feel good buying into a project, that typically means that you're buying a top or you're buying near a top. However, if no one else is buying, if nobody else wants to get into these markets at certain times, that is when you should really be buying. Buy when there's fear in the markets and sell when there is greed in the markets. Okay, it's very simple. It's easier said than done, though. And right now, from what it looks like, guys, nobody wants to be getting into turbo. Nobody wants to be getting into crypto in general. There's a lot of FUD. If you go on X as well, you can see so much FUD over this project here, so much FUD over crypto in general. And that is what gets me a little bit excited. That's what gets me, thinking, hey, maybe this is a really good opportunity to buy. Nobody else wants to get in at this time. And these opportunities, guys, they will not stick around forever. And I will take that to the bank. $166 million market cap, getting back to $1 billion market cap, guys, is about a 500% gain. So about a 6x return from where we are right now, which again, that's not too shabby, especially considering a project as I think as prevalent as Turbo is. Now, one thing I will say is, fellas, I want you guys to make sure you're following Turbo on X, because it's one thing to hear about all this from me. It's great that you guys do that, guys. It's great that you tune in and you listen to these videos, but it's another to do your own research, to do your own due diligence. Also, I would like to tease at an upcoming thing that Turbo is coming out with. I can't say too much about it, but I will have some collectibles that I'll be able to give away to you guys. Hopefully very soon. It is something that is still in the works. So if you guys stay until the end of this video, then you'd be glad to know, hey, that, I think it'll be about 5 to 10 giveaways that I will have. Super exciting. If you haven't been following along this channel, then hey, this is your sign to subscribe, because honestly, you don't want to miss out on that. I think it's super, super cool. Fed will cut interest rates. Be prepared for volatility. Anyways, we're going higher at the end of the day or potentially the week. Again, I feel like it was already priced in, right? Just because the Fed cut the rate doesn't mean the price is ultimately going to, just moon just like that. Again, guys, a lot of what we see is already baked into the price. The 25 basis point cut, usually it's like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. That's typically what happened. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. However, in the long term, obviously very bullish. But with that being said, fellas, just remember, none of this is financial advice. I can't tell you guys what to buy or what to hold. It's completely up to you. So please do your own research, do your own due diligence before you buy into anything. And on that note, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching, family. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Take care and peace out, guys.